or 3 or 5 or 6. 2.
Yeah, don't lock him in like Iowa did Kirk Ferentz. Well, they can't fire him still to this
Right,
day.
and look, I got news for you. I see what I think the future's going to be. MSU still needs to rebuild. The odds will tell you they are not going to be as good next year as they are this year. That you are going to need to step back.
And I would say this, I think in certain aspects, they're going to win. The running back is going to be a job. But I think defensively, I think we're going to see a better defense. Lord knows it can't get worse than they are. I'm just telling you. It's usually not linear. If it is, they've got lightning in the bottle, and I'm all for it. I think, again, 248, 539, 97, 97. If Rico's sources are telling that are outside the MSU but if it's true, this is how the sport works now. It's not about, well, I think it's a little early. If you don't extend your coach a little early, you lose your coach because you were too late. This is what MSU has to do. And here's the other thing, Mark. It's November. Ed Orgeron, take it down. Articles about LSU are not going to stop. December signing. MSU allegedly is very, very bad. That's Rico. That's his three. What is? Yes, I know. But this is all about you must have this done and wrapped up and before Thanksgiving. Because if you don't, it's too late. When your coach gets on the airplane or when your coach's agent is back channeling, it's too late. Now, I've said all fall, MSU has the money to make him one of the top 8 paid coaches in the country. I've said that for weeks. What are they making? One of the top 8 paid coaches in the country. And on top of that, he's currently number 13. I know people were like, oh, well, LSU's facility. It's like, guys, he's about to get something custom made for him. So, right. You got billionaires who are donating money, who are trying to outspend each other in the athletic department. Things are about to get a lot better for MSU athletics, especially Michigan State football. That practice facility, they sweet. Yes. And look, and then you're going to be able to bring recruits through there. We're already getting guys, and let's face it, you get Kenneth Walker to the Heisman Trophy thing, you can walk into a lot of running backs' houses and say, hey, yeah, I can do this. We'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow because I got a weird feeling about this game. Not in a losing way. I mean in a, I wonder if they're going to do something interesting with Walker. We'll get there tomorrow. But let me throw the number. At this point, it gets to Mel Tucker's about to secure bag. Long-term extension, $6.8 million. Incentives to take it to 8. It firmly puts him in the top 8 highest paid coaches. He gets him Ryan Day. What are your thoughts on it? If you're a Spartan, Wolverine, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. What are your thoughts if that's the case? I'm not doubting Rico. And both Rico and I have heard the same things. This is not new. Sorry, I don't think it was Feldman for my news about my school. They've been working on this for weeks. But now it's taking this. I still need to find out what the buyout. Overall, you don't get a choice not to win unless you want to run with these schools. Basketball fans celebrate the NBA's 75th season favorite. NBA basketball, no better than Mike. Right? FanDuel, first-time users, risk free bet up to $1,000. Now, if you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, a couple of notes, ease of use. My dog could use the app. Fast withdrawals, you get paid quickly, and they have odds boosts seemingly every night. So, if it sounds interesting to you and you can manage to be a responsible adult, FanDuel could be something fun. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. Sign up using promo code TICKET. Each first bet risk up to $1,000. 21 and up. Present condition. First time online minimum wager only. It's undisputed. Control the site credits and expired 14 days. Get a gambling problem. 1-800-707-1117. FanDuel Sportsbook. Card 97. reports it may take a few days. According to Pro Football Talk, the chatter is the Kansas City Chiefs have the inside track and have overtaken the Saints as the perceived leader in the clubhouse for Beckham. Reportedly, the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Patriots want in as well. And I have to say, Kansas City is actually fascinating to me. They can still get right offensively, and if ODB is half the player he and his pops think he is, add him to that offense, and all of a sudden Kansas City is dangerous once again. On Giro.
When you buy the Napa bag for 99 cents, you'll get 20% off 3 or more items. No other bag saves you 20% on wipers, cream, oil, headlamps, and more. Which makes the Napa bag the best bag in the world. Sorry, handbags, man bags, punching bags, bag lights, and even you bags up the guys. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Napa.
Because of my HFC experience, I am definitely more driven.
I want to succeed in life. I want to have a good job and make money, but I want to like what I'm doing.
After I complete my associate's degree, I'd like to transfer to a university.
It costs less, it's a great school, and I can still get all the credits that I need to transfer over.
The advisors here actually helped me. They pulled up my records with like, okay, this is what you need to do. I'm excited. I am prepared.
I am future driven.
I am future driven. I am future driven.
We're all driven by something. Find your focus at hfcc.edu.
It's November 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With the chance of mortgage interest rates on the rise, you don't want to miss out on your opportunity to lock in a low rate. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 five-star reviews. Get started now at 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a new career? Pro Services, an environmental cleanup company, is seeking CDL drivers to drive and operate jetpacks, vacuum trucks and tankers, and roll-off trailers. We are also seeking laborers to complete projects using equipment related to tank washing, hydro excavating, emergency response, and hazardous waste cleanup. Both jobs are full-time union positions with excellent health benefits such as Blue Cross, dental, and optical. Starting pay for drivers is up to $27.50 an hour. Laborers up to $20 an hour. For more information, visit proservices.com. That's PROSservices.com.
Your life, your homes, and whatever you're searching for at 1:15 a.m. It's really none of our business, and it shouldn't be anyone else's. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
Well, Rico Beard has broken news today. It's fabulous. No, look, that 12 really isn't that good. No, and that, look, you believe some specifics are coming out about an extension for Mel Tucker, something that MSU's been working on for a while, if you talk to almost anybody. But 6.8,
I got a feeling it'll probably come out at the end of the season because it's not really Tucker's style to do it in the, like how he just said right before Michigan Week. That's not talking.
well, it'll happen before the December signing period. That's what this is. And it's going to happen before LSU plays their last game. It has to. Well, I'm tired of the national media who's not plugged into what goes on at Michigan State talking about Michigan State like they're pushing around a grocery cart under an overpass.
Well, because the national media, Mike, it goes back to what we said. The perception is Michigan State, you might as well be Cincinnati. You're not relevant. And why would you want to be on a team like that when you can go to LSU and you can live it up?
Because you'll have two things at MSU that you'll never have at LSU. You'll have power. Okay? Nell and Tom won that athletic department. You're not getting that at LSU. Sorry, you're not. The other thing you'll have, security.
months at LSU, watch what happens.
And when once more to do that, I'll be here till 6.
Don't care that there's a pandemic out in the world. You go in. Go find me 22 guys who aren't sick.
Let's go to the people. 248-539-97. I said, Paul, you're saying we're getting some very rational, nuanced commentary on the ticket text.
Yeah, here from an unnamed texter. Michigan fans could give a crap whether or not Mel Tucker leaves or stays. MSU will always be the other school in town.
And if you
$10 wager on either Baltimore or Miami tonight. Either team scores a touchdown, you win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bets out there. Just use bonus code RICO200, RICO 200. You make your first bet. Enjoy football like never before with BetMGM's live betting options and boosted odds specials all season long. You gotta download the app, go to BetMGM.com, use bonus code RICO200. You'll win $200 in free bets if either Baltimore or Miami scores a touchdown. It's the NFL. Everybody scores a touchdown. This is called free money, folks. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 years or older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credits, meaning you're going to spend them anyway. You just can't withdraw the money. Free bets expire 7 days from being issued. Gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan Associated Press.
97.1 Flood Tickets. Traffic.
From the WWJP and 950 Traffic Center, out in the Livingston County area, there's an overturned semi closing US 23 south on Accenture Road. Traffic is backed up from before White Lake Road near Fenton. To detour around, you can exit at White Lake Road and take Old US 23, Heartland Road, or Denton Road, and then re-enter at 5. Then around Ann Arbor at 14 eastbound at US 23 West Triple Decker. Crash is now blocking the right lane and shoulder. I'm Michelle Pinto with traffic.
We're all obsessed with it, especially when it comes to our internet. Luckily, Xfinity delivers gig speed to more homes than anyone. And not only that, our gig is faster than AT&T's. And with gig speed over Wi-Fi, that means faster speeds all over the house for streaming.
Oh my God.
Gaming, whatever you need speed for, you'll get more. Plus, Xfinity now has speed options up to 3 gigs. That's 3 times faster than AT&T. Now that is fast. You're obsessed with speed. Good thing Xfinity is too. Get your internet plan? Learn about Gig Wi-Fi or get started with Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, ask about speed 3 times faster than AT&T. Go online or call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing auto-pay. Ends 11/15/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter. 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After that, big limits apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and cable X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary and guaranteed. Gig service requires customer installation.
Hey, I'm Matt Terry, host of the Locked On Lions podcast. As covering your favorite football team, our show looks to take you inside what's going on and having fun. Get right to the topics of the day, opinions, timely guests, audio from players, coaches, and stands out, and much more. What is going on with the Detroit Lions? What are the records are going? It's a back to the pulse of your fans, and you'll have some fun too. Listen to the Locked On Lions podcast every day on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm very grateful to have rates are historic lows. What are you waiting for? 1-800-LOW-RATE. Our working staff help you save money. What are you waiting for? 1-800-LOW-RATE. Promo starting is powered by Fairway Memorial Mortgage Corporation and MLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Furrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbhealth.com.
Get amped for big games with the best tracks from rock and roll. Troy Hughes Stadium anthems. Odyssey exclusive station. Get it on the Odyssey app today. Brought to you in part by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Syrup Sugar. WXYD FM and WXYD HD1 Detroit. Odyssey station.
Well, if we had an update there, it would have been Rico's year. Because Rico, hearing Mel Tucker's getting an extension, $6.8 million base incentives that could take it upwards of $7.8 million. Don't end the line. Probably not even done yet. The point is, yeah, leave. Is it good? Is it bad? You guys can have whatever opinion you want. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just telling you, this was the only move. You have to get it done. You have to be proactive, not reactive. And it has to happen before the December signing period. So in mid-November, the football team is relevant. It's looking like an upward trajectory. The imaging of the program is better. The recruiting is better. The product is better. And yeah, if you're going to sniff around, you need to pay your coach. I said this last year when Michigan was going through the Harbaugh situation. If you don't want to give your coach a raise, want to do this Nick Saban thing. I don't want to do this George Perlis thing that every year your name is out there. Every year I got to go through this. Every year you got to fight recruits to say, no, I'm really coming back, Nick.
Right. You want to stay or you don't. And look, Nick was never going to stay. Anyone who understands the dynamics there, Peter McPherson was the president. He didn't like athletics. He didn't like Nick. He didn't want to talk contracts. He just didn't understand the value of football. Nick was also the worst person to be there because Nick was never going to stay. You could pay Nick now, you could pay him later, you could do both. He was never going to stay. So, bad example. Is Mel Tucker Saban 2.0? I can't speak to it. Yes, he's moved around a lot.
Yeah,
That
see,
happens as an
and I think
assistant.
that's the other thing. If you're a Tucker, you couldn't be the coach that had 3 different jobs in 3 different cities, 3 different
I've said from the beginning. I mean, it's just reality. So then you add in factor 3. MSU football now in a far better place than it was 20 years ago. Mark made it a place that can be a destination. Unless I have to remind you, only one school in this state has been to the playoff. Okay, like it is a destination job.
Yeah, into the Indianapolis.
Right, and no, you don't have to be a top 3 job to be a destination. Okay, then you get into, well, what about the money? Well, Mel Tucker's already higher paid than 117 coaches in college football. There's only 103. He's going to move from 13th to 7th or 8th, depending on that 6.8 base. If he hits his incentives, he goes to the top 5. For a guy who doesn't have rings, that's as high as you're getting. No, I'll tell you why, Mike. Because if you do, he's gone. So what do you want to do? You don't get that choice. You don't get to sit back and do a quarterly evaluation. If you wait till the year is over, now you're the player. I'm like, you're right to identify the risk. I don't know where he's going. I'm hopeful, but I'm not a strategy. If you're asking me, what am I doing? I'm doing exactly what MSU's going to do because it's the only thing you can. Maybe if your coach beat Ohio State once in a while, his checkbook would have a few more pages in it. That's how the game works. Oh, what is this now? Those wins over Michigan. Yeah, that's what you're paid to do when you coach Michigan State. That was a big victory. Yeah. Big wins in big games. Look it up. They're fun. And they get you paid. They're magically delicious.
Yeah, he now has 3 top 10 victories in the league.
It's Michael.
So,
It's Michael.
yeah. Almost dropped. Better play that card.
I finally come, again, it's like,
Jesus Christ.
why do I need that? I don't know.
Michael.
Because if that's the case, this is why, you know what?
Not doing that.
No, I'm just saying, this is why your coach got his salary cut in half. Because he didn't win top 10. He didn't win big games. He didn't go out and roll and upset somebody. And he was the underdog. He didn't do all of these things.
It sure seems like a no-win spot for MSU because if they don't play big boy ball, you're not serious about it. And then if they do, well, the resume's a little short. Okay, well, what would you have me do?
Then you get this, well,
Let me dig up Tom Landry. Let him coach.
it's the Spartan Super Bowl. And I always say this. If Michigan fans, if that's what makes you feel good, maybe the question you should ask is, why doesn't your team treat it like a Super Bowl? Why doesn't your team go in with the same veracity that Michigan State
Or
did?
better yet, why don't you win your Super Bowl? Uh-oh. Wow, my bad. Hey, let me just... Oops. Moran Buick GMC.
That's a Steph Curry.
Yikes.
That's the logo.
Yeah, here's the mouthpiece. Chew on it. How about BrandExpress.com? All inventory, deals, and it's so simple, you don't need to do it. Benefit. That's what you have. You want to go to the dealer? That's fine.
phone, Zoom, how the world connects.
It takes 2 vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at their same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
You haven't been. Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 the ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
Dan Campbell joins Stoney and Jansen Tuesdays at 7:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Odyssey.com rewind. If you missed anything, talk Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, and the two
That's my goal.
little college football playoff to start the 3. Rigo getting some detail on a possible Mel Tucker extension, particulars. Hear what you want with it. You want to prove a point? Go for it. I guess my question would be, if you don't like what MSU's likely to do, what's your idea?
Jesus freaking Christ.
They think you're the brainiac. Well, you know, the resume is
You just slammed on your brakes. Slammed on your brakes.
I know. I was playing the game. Thinking you would drop your iPad. But maybe it's
It's my goal.
Is it a risk? Of course it is. Okay, here's your risk mitigation. Hey, Mel Tucker, what he wants now. Is that risk bigger? Results teams. Or you gotta get to a winning. Right? What's the cost of Mel Tucker moving right now? I'll tell you. Almost certain program annihilation. Yeah, I don't know if you can get to that 3rd coach in a row. We thought it was going to be some time with D'Antonio, and his time was 1 year during COVID. Ruled out everybody, hit the reset button. Right. Doing pretty well so far. Now, the other news, if you want to call it, talked about a little bit, you know what my response is. I don't understand why, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you would go after Odell Beckham Jr. I think he's a total ingrate loser. Stafford is getting everything he ever got to get. You can't see it. If he loses, there's losing. OBJ is just a guy who's grateful for his position. You stop working hard, you have lost your gratitude. I don't want guys like that. I don't think he's grateful. He believes every play, every
in football. Continue with these calls as well. Playoff, Cunningham, Jalen Green. I may have a Lions link for you too. Just a taste because, let's face it, it's almost like they don't exist. 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Duncan. 96 westbound at West Grand Boulevard. Left lane is blocked by an accident. There's a crash on 96 Jeffries. Eastbound express lanes at the Davidson. Also 696 westbound after Mount. And all lanes blocked to toll tracks on by after Ready Road in Monroe County. As a Veterans Day thank you, Duncan's got a little gift of gratitude for those who do us a huge service. Today, all veterans and active duty military are invited in store for a free donut. America runs on Duncan. Limit one for gas while supplies last. No MD required. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Hi, Eric Lance from Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? A 1-800-LOW-RATE and our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, a 1-800-LOW-RATE can take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, best mortgage bank. What are you waiting for? A 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation and MLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Football season is here. Visit Discount Tire and let our pros take care of you, so you never miss a moment of the game. Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online. Use Treadwell, your personal tire guide, to find the right tire for your driving habits and get the same expert advice that you get in the store. At Discount Tire, we take pride in making your experience with us as easy as possible. Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of. Have you experienced basement leaks? Water is more than annoying. It can cause damage to your home and foundation. It starts at your roofline and can collect around your home, causing a mess in your basement or crawl space. Call Foundation Systems of Michigan. We are experts in managing water around your home. From gutters to waterproofing solutions, we have a full line of products to put an end to your water problems for good.
NFL Week 10 is here, and FanDuel's proof of lunch to get the most out of every play, and that's why they're
shows up. Why for starting? Okay. See you in a little bit.
What'd she say?
She's gonna wait for us to order the pizza.
Yeah.
Again, Cam Newton headed back to the Carolina Panthers, and apparently for a contract that could be worth up to $10 million for this.
Be careful, though. Those are incentives.
I said up would be up to $10 million. Was Carolina that desperate, or did they see something in Cam that maybe nobody else saw?
No,
He's been out there for a
it's
while.
utter desperation. It's after the trade deadline. Sam Darnold's on the IR now. That means he's gone for at least a month. And you're staring at XFL legend PJ Walker as your starter.
You saw what he did to the Lions.
Right. No, it's not that Cam, quote, has a bunch left. He's the only quarterback that's a free agent who's not coaching high school football, a.k.a. Phillip Rivers. I don't get it. I'd rather play PJ Walker, and maybe he's Ryan Fitzpatrick, but they needed a body.
Yeah, but what gets me is Carolina not only went after him, they gave him
I know.
$4.5 million guaranteed. Now the rest is incentive, but
I don't get it.
But look, because the whole time I kept thinking, why don't the Lions just take a flyer on him for league minimum? But I guess maybe Cam knew what he was talking about when he said he was in talks with other teams.
Maybe he had competition. Look, hell, multiple teams apparently want OBJ. What do we know?
But well, let's bring it back to the Lions. Now we've talked about it. You said, hey, Tua's out there. Miami doesn't want him. And you said you'd be willing to come across one of those the late first round pick, or maybe even with the 32nd.
Yeah, maybe we can collect players with finger injuries.
and ship him off. Would you be willing to make the same deal with Philadelphia Eagles for Jalen Hurts?
No.
Because I look at Jalen Hurts, Mike, and
I see potential with this. Jalen Hurts has a high school understanding of passing. And you can ask anybody in the league. The Eagles are running the most rudimentary, basic passing. Tua, at least at the highest levels of college football, was able to execute an NFL passing. I understand, great receivers, but Tua has accuracy. Jalen has none.
But there's also a quarterback that had the offense dumbed down for him, and out won a league MVP.
I understand that. I understand that. My answer on Jalen Hurts. Nice kid, hard
I
work.
would for the 32nd pick, 33rd pick of the draft.
I'll give you the 33rd pick in the 4th round.
Okay,
I'm out.
there's no quarterback.
I'm out, and the trade deadline's gone. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just trying to help this team out. All right, Mike.
No help.
Mid-season, Lions on the bye week. How about we do some mid-season?
Yeah, sweet.
Mike, I think it's safe to say that the mid-season comeback player of the year, would you agree, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys?
I'm okay with it. I mean, I know recency bias, the way he played against Denver, you'd be like, what was that? But look, the guy's leg was snapped in half last year, and he's come back and been pretty good. But, yeah, I don't think he's been overwhelmed. The Cowboys have leaned on the ground game more than really I expected. So I'll say yes, but it's not this overwhelming thing.
Mike, who would you have for your mid-season coaching?
Wow. You know what? All right. Can I just offer one? It doesn't matter what happens to this team and injuries, personnel, and John Harbaugh. I mean, every year he's got the Ravens where they need to be. They lose J.K. Dobbins. Doesn't matter. They lose their stud left tackle, Ronnie Stanley. It doesn't bringing in the corpse of Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray. Hell, Napoleon McCallum got a tryout. Like, oh wait, there they are. Top of the pops. Your first round pick dies. Doesn't matter. Your defense isn't any good anymore. Doesn't matter. I think I would give it to John Harbaugh on principle. What he does yearly is incredible.
See, I got two. I'm thinking Mike Tomlin for what he's done with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, they've overachieved. But maybe I got to give it to Bruce Wayne himself and if to Cliff Kingsbury. It's midseason. Now we got to see what happens.
Well, this is where it begins.
Yeah, right.
This is where Cliff goes from the guy watching in the house, homeless,
But to do what they did
with Colt McCoy.
no idea. I mean, Colt McCoy didn't play that well in Texas, let alone the pros. All right, crazy. Mike, your defensive player of the year. It's only a handful.
Oh, I know.
It's okay to go cliche.
No, I'll tell you what I've enjoyed, and I know he's a little banged up. I really have enjoyed Jalen Ramsey being this nuclear missile, just so I can offer you something different. The way the Rams are moving him all over the field, you're looking for him pre-snap, he's making all kinds of plays. That's interesting. Beyond the Aaron Donald, beyond Myles Garrett.
See, that's my guys, Miles.
And I have no issue. I just, for the sake of discussion,
I mean, like I said, it's okay if you want to go chalk. That's fine. If they're good, they're good. You just
but Jalen being moved around versus a guy who didn't travel before, I've really enjoyed it.
your mid-season MVP.
I lean Kyler, but I also think I need to put someone I don't want to put there because, well, he's playing really well. And he shares a name with you. Lamar.
You're not gonna let this go.
I'm not. It's fabulous. Look, Lamar Jackson's been really good, man. They got 3 double-digit comebacks. What was Lamar's weakness prior? They were front runners. They never could make comebacks, and he's putting up numbers, and they don't have a full complement of players. Doesn't have the stars in the backfield. And guess what? Availability is a skill. I didn't banged up again, so maybe it's Lamar Jackson.
The only thing that I can't, Lamar bothers me with the late in the game turnovers. I don't know if he's got tiny hands, if he's just careless with the ball, but it just seems like he's fumbling at the wrong time late in the game. He drops back and the ball's on the ground. And they find a way to win despite what he is like the anti-Adrian Martinez. Where he will turn it over, but his team can pick him up and find ways to win. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I would need to probably go Kyler Murray. I mean, it looks like it's finally his team. Like he's in control, and he's just not a little kid who has a bunch of guys telling him, just throw me the ball, Kyler, and I'll make this thing.
And look, to Rico's point, you have to factor this in. Like, yeah, Lamar already has 7 interceptions. It's too many. I get it. And a couple of fumbles. I totally understand. It's keeping that football team, which is so flawed, and everybody knows the entire offense revolves around you. The fact that he's leading them to comebacks, the fact that he's able now with his arm. I mean, Rico, he's going to challenge 5,000 yards. There is potential to that. Probably more close to 4,500, but you're forcing me to answer it. I'd probably say.
Okay. Let's talk playoffs. We're not about to talk to the Lions.
Playoffs.
But I got 2 teams, Mike, that I would like to. Do you think it's possible or probable? Can the New England Patriots actually win the AFC East?
Yes.
Because right now, they're what, a half a game. They're 5-4. I think the Bills are at 5-3. The Bills are not quite what I thought they were going to be. But this Mac Jones thing, I thought it was a gimmick. As much as people gave Brady credit for going to the Buccaneers and said that it was all Brady and it wasn't Belichick, we may have to reverse that and say, you know what, maybe Bill Belichick still is a genius.
Here's the key. Best quarterbacks in the league, okay? Whether it's Drew Brees when he was playing, like Peyton Manning, all the way now, Brady. These guys are system fits. They fit exactly what their team wants, right? So, like, Andy Reid wants and needs a creator back there. Needs someone who can, do certain things. Lamar fits what the Ravens want to do. Mac fits what the Pats want. They want on time, on target, take the check down, punt is a win, just be a pro, and we want 70% completion rate. And from the start, everyone said that's Mac's game. So, yeah, Rico, they've also retooled their defense, and I do think it helps. They have the Jets, the Dolphins in their division, but yes, they could get it done.
The other team, Mike, this team is amazing to me because they have every reason not to get it done, but they keep making themselves relevant. No, the Las Vegas Raiders got a coach fired, got your first round pick about to head to jail, your other first round pick you had to release. Like adversity, and there's a dark cloud over this team. They're tied with the Chargers right now.
Yeah.
They just keep finding ways.
They got two of the most important pieces. They got a great defensive line, which is super underrated because guys like Max Crosby don't get a lot of
That's one
shine. And they got a quarterback who nobody respects yet. He's a leader. He's a winner. Bad loss against the Giants, though. You got first and goal to go.
350
in the game. You don't do it. I still agree with you. They've been impressive for what I thought they were. But if you've got a quarterback, you've got a really good D-line.
For everything that's going on with that team, you would think that, this is all outside pressure.
You know what I actually think helped them? Ruben being out of there.
You think so? A little addition by subtraction?
I think so. A little bit too much sizzle, a little bit too much of this, big mouth, big personality. Maybe just the work being the focus and letting Derek Carr lead. Who never really fell in love with Carr. Maybe it's just better for everyone involved.
And I lied. One quick thing.
Sure.
Yes or no? Have you changed your mind? Lions somehow going after Marcus Mariota?
We're after the deadline. How are they
No, not now. I'm just talking in the offseason.
Yes, I changed my mind. Because now it's official. There's no quarterback in college who I would pay money to play football. So, sure. Great. That's where we've arrived at.
That is the Blitz 97.
Oh, hi there. Listen, national benefit plans, you know the drill. Open enrollment now through December 7th. It's the only time of year you can shop Medicare supplement. Now, why not have someone do it for you for free? Call my agent, Mike. National benefit plans. They've got over 30 years of experience. Why does it matter? It'll save you a Mike. Let Mike shop. Let Mike do the compare and contrast. Supplement plan works best. Many options. Medicare, Part D, do-to-do. Look, don't navigate it on your own. Call an expert, Mike Papura, 877-734-2200, on the web at nbphealth.com. And again, the number, 877-734-2200. It's National Benefit Plans. They want to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Abraham and Rose.
This is Jim Rome with an Odyssey Sports Minute. No sooner than I did my minute on Odell Beckham Jr. possibly going to Kansas City and how fascinating that thought is to me, Saints fans jumped all up on me on my radio program to say, what about us, Rome? What about us? To which I say, what about you? As much as I like the Saints, that makes no sense to me. Sure, if Jameis Winston were still there, I might not be opposed. Or if the Saints had taken my advice from the NFL Today on CBS last week and they made a move on Philip Rivers, that would make some sense. However, Saints fan, if ODB in the end did not like playing with not one, but two former first picks overall in the drafted quarterback, how is he going to be content playing in New Orleans with Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill at quarterback? I can answer that for you. He won't. I'm Jim Rome.
Don't let a cold keep you up. Take NyQuil Severe for max strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms so you can rest tonight and get back at it tomorrow. NyQuil Severe gives you powerful relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms. NyQuil Severe temporarily relieves common cold and flu symptoms, including cough, sore throat, headache, minor aches and pains, fever, runny nose, and sneezing. NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine. Use as directed.
Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Get ready for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Auto Parts.
This is how we reinvent banking.
Say the money's gone tight in your checking account, but then you crack your phone and the screen goes out. No shame in your game, we got the assist. Huntington Bank, letting money with a twist. Come to us for extra cash when you're strapped, cause it's free. With auto pay it back. Introducing Standby Cash. Extra cash when you need it, free when you auto pay it back. Huntington, welcome. Without automatic payments, 12% APR. Eligibility requirements apply. Amount available is based on customer eligibility. Learn more at huntington.com/standbycash.
Hey, Heather Park here from my friends at BetRivers Sportsbook. Whether you're a fan of pro or college football, BetRivers offers you great odds and special promotions for all the big games. And with hockey and hoops in action, BetRivers is bringing back the always popular live profit boosts for each sport. Log in and you'll receive a 20% live profit boost on Wednesdays for pro basketball and Fridays for pro hockey all season long. See site for full terms and conditions. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Hi, I'm Tito Beverage, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. Here today to remind you that it doesn't make you a bad person. I say it all the time about all kinds of things, so much so that it's become a motto of sorts around here. Did you plant a garden just to grow enough mint to muddle your mojito? It doesn't make you a bad person. You do you, and we won't judge. Tito's Handmade Vodka can be part of a balanced life, and it's 100% gluten-free, so it's easy to stay on track and make fresh, simple cocktails. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5-Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
So, just a couple housekeeping notes. In 9 minutes, I want to just bring something up. And it was literally, it's as organic as it gets. I was talking with Rico and Evan Jenkins, who's nice enough to help us out this week because Kenny's dead. Hatchet Man on vacation, Paul Sarah with us. And I was just talking to these guys. And I asked a question. It has to do with Odell Beckham Jr. with the Rams and Stafford. Yeah, I know it always comes back to Stafford, but it sparked a real intense reaction from both Evan, who's as laid back and nice as it gets, and Rico, same deal. And I wanted to bring the conversation to you guys. So we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. We're way behind on the ticket text. I want to get to those. And I want to knock down the last couple of calls here. Rico also, it's not breaking news as much as it is Rico sharing what he's hearing. Not his usual suspects. Haller. Not his usual suspects. As Rico reporting that a Mel Tucker extension is well underway. It will put him somewhere around 6.8 to 7 mil per, with incentives to 7.8 to 8 million. What does that mean? It means Mel Tucker would be one of the 8 highest paid coaches in the country, on par with or just above Ryan.
Hello. How much? Whoa. Those must be really good tasting turkeys. I'll shoot one out of Chuck's. Exactly. Okay. Getting closer. Commerce and Hiller. All right. Bye-bye.
State. He wins the Big Ten, and asking price is going to go up even higher. LSU's going to walk in. No, if you did nothing.
You're only allowed to create scenarios that fit my agenda.
Gotcha.
Signed guy whose team is 0-2 against said guy who's getting an extension, but is too cowardly to admit he's a fan of said team on a texting platform.
He beats Ohio State. He beats Penn State. He beats Maryland. He goes and wins the Big Ten title. He's in the playoffs.
Well, what about...
No, but if you're going to play that, he's going to lose every game for the rest of the season. What if he wins every game? It's a... Michigan State took a gamble. They took a risk. He is a stock. You don't know. It doesn't come with a sign saying, buy this stock today, right now, at this time. You got to take a chance. And they're taking a chance off the Michigan win. Everything's in front of them. How about we just knock this out now?
Taking chances, what another team in this town doesn't do, and it's part of our topic here in a matter of minutes.
Yes.
Paul Sarah.
So here from another unnamed ticket texter. It's a great move for MSU. Even as a Michigan fan, I can't argue. The only caveat I would have is that this second year is based off of finding and lucking into a once-in-a-generation running back.
Correct. It's a risk assessment. What will cost you more? Whatever you pay him versus the cost of losing him. I agree. You're never going to find a K9 again in the portal. It's not going to happen. But his recruiting, Rico tells me, it's very good.
I wouldn't even go to the fact to say it can't happen again, because these are the same people that said, well, once D'Antonio left, it can't happen that you'll find another coach as good as him. So it can. I'm not saying it's going to happen next year, but to say it can't happen again, that's just like the one texter saying, if you can think it negatively, you can think it positive.
It was also said when Baker Mayfield went to Oklahoma, you're not going to find this every year. And then Kyler Murray goes there. And then Joe Burrow goes and does it. So I think it's going to be a little bit more.
I think he has more use when he walks into the living room and picks up the phone in the portal and says, hey, I've identified this guy. Go get him.
Because there's going to be, 150 running backs every year in the portal, give or take?
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? You just got to hit on one or two, and then or you hit on the one, and then you hope that your recruits come in.
I mean, see, I think the running backs from here on out have a better offensive line. This year, this offensive line is horrible. That's where Walker is lightning in a bottle.
How do you really feel?
It is.
That's even worse now because they're probably not getting their left tackle back.
So to say, yes, his shiftiness is Barry Sanders-esque, where he makes the line look better than what they really were.
He's nobly called. Paul Sarah, what do you have?
One more here. I was hoping they'd lock up Tucker long term. He's not the messiah like you think he is, and he's not an awful head coach either. He's somewhere in between, and Spartan fans are going to find that out soon.
Okay. From guy whose head coach took a bullet and a 50% pay cut. How about this? If he's so average and so run-of-the-mill, why are you 0-2 against him? Like, is it okay for you just to say, yeah, it's probably a little bit of an issue? I mean, honestly, like...
Yes, Mike.
You guys are members of a cult. You really are, and I hope you can get out. I really hope you have a family member who can, like, pick you up on the roadside and drive you away from the hippie commune you exist in. You're right. MSU should do nothing, lose Tucker, then you make fun of us for losing Mel Tucker, then we hire a new guy you get to doubt, and then he probably beats your ass. Like, what is the escape pod for Michigan State here, just so I know? What is the George Clooney float away into the darkness escape pod? Just tell, no, Rico, stop. Just tell me how I get to float into space. Give me the out. Oh, wait, I know the answer. There is no out. You guys continue to play this game where there's no way MSU can win, even though all they do on the field against you is win. You're insane.
Your out is Thelma and Louise driving off. That's your out.
I have their out. Their out happens in the next 3 games. Better have.
What?
If they do what they say they can do and win out,
right, it'll be the first time
time they pay it off in 20
But
years.
that's what I'm saying. That's the only chance they have. And if it doesn't happen here, it's probably going to be a few years after that, right?
Oh, boy. No. You don't understand.
But here's the
What
thing.
about? Their middle name is what about?
Because in 2 years, he has 3 top 10 victories.
But I'm just saying,
2 years.
hey, this is the year. Everything's in front of you. Everything that you wanted, it's right there.
And you get Ohio State home.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You have Penn State this, go take care of business, and guess what? At the end of the year, you should be, 10-1, staring at another 10-1 team?
Like, I just hate
You
to
come
take a
down to
text.
inches, right?
If you're gonna say I don't like him, then what's your solution?
Well, he's just an average coach, and he's going to lose out. And then what do you do?
Hold on.
Paul's wetting his pants here over pick of the day.
Please give this guy a pick of the day. Give this man
Pick of the day. Brought to you by the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit.
We've got Kenny MF and Todd. We are ready to roll.
Rico, please give us the pick of the day. It's not big enough.
I will, and it's not Kenny Cott, but I'm going to give you the Lions boost from BetMGM. Lamar Jackson to throw 2 or more touchdowns and the Ravens to win at +110.
Had these tiny hands.
Brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Download the BetMGM app and turn game days into paydays. Please bet responsibly.
Okay, the holidays are coming up, and maybe you're thinking, I need some extra
Give me
money.
another pick of the day.
No, but you may already have it in your house. You need to call Hall Financial for a free 5-minute mortgage review to see if refinancing is the thing for you. Maybe you get an extra $10,000 to spend on the holidays, renovate your kitchen, whatever you want to do. Take that vacation. Hall Financial they'll take care of you, and they'll do it within 8 days or less. Unlike the big banks, take 45 to 60 days. You won't get your money by Christmas. Hall Financial will. But if you call them and they say, you know what? Your deal's pretty good right now. Your mortgage is good. Stay in it. They'll say that. They won't just, they won't try to take you for a ride. That's not what David Hall and his people are all about. They care about you. That's why they got over 4,000 5-star reviews. Call Hall Financial right now and see if refinancing is for you. 866-CALL-HALL. You can chat with them online. Call Hall first. Stop.
From the WWJD Traffic Center, police driveway numbers Jack and 275 conscious for Simply Road off to the right side, definitely adding the slowdowns. 96 westbound is Scramble Part of crashes in Conley. The accident on Spray Shoulder southbound frequently on Plymouth Road. Then there's a quick crash at 696 westbound after Mount blocking 2 left lanes. The 2 vehicles leaning over the road west from Michigan Avenue at 275. Police are blocking the 2 left lanes. Michelle Pickett, traffic.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You can even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet voice for $35 each a month. Buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second
non-stop. Not just going to the Rams, who have actual great players, but then a team going, hey, I have an idea. Let's go out, let's go get a Red Jesus. Let's go get Von Miller. Let's take risks. Let's be bold. And I said, it's not just them. Look at what Tampa Bay did for Tom Brady. They didn't want Antonio Brown. They had no interest. They publicly said we don't want them. Tom Brady went, no, I do, and you do. And they went out and did it. Fresh off a guy throwing a bag of candy penises at his baby's mouth. They still went and did it. Why is this relevant? Because I sit back and I think about the Lions had Stafford all those years. Evan to his credit. We had this conversation and I'm going to turn to Evan and Rico loose here. But I said, name for me one bold move that they made for Stafford when he was here. One. Either risky move or bold move. And the next thing I heard from the remainder of the break from Evan was, there's nothing. If you're a Lions fan, you're driving home in this misery weather. Does it bother you the way it bothers us? Because, look, I'm fine Stafford's gone. And no, Stafford wasn't perfect. But we never saw them make a move like this. And I don't even want to know. It's the principle. They already have everything they need. They went, no. But wait, there's more. You get the steak knives and the utensils. So I wanted to have this conversation because it really, enters. 248-539-9797. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Evan, you were the most passionate of the three of us, so we wanted to bring you in on this. Well, the reason that it bothers me is because the Lions did try to help Matthew Stafford, but not in the route the Rams are. The Lions always try to help Matthew Stafford with a tight end, a left tackle in the draft. Players that were going to take time to develop in any chance of helping Matthew Stafford. And so there were splashes in free agency, and I could be wrong if I miss a name or two, was Golden Tate, nice third, but he came here because he wanted to get paid more so than a winning team. They got Nate Burleson, tail end of his career, another guy from Seattle, ended up being a great guy for the city of Detroit. Reggie Bush, but that was not a guy that broke it. Reggie Bush, he might be the closest to bold, but you know what? Marvin Jones. You got Reggie Bush when Reggie Bush was not Reggie Bush. Marvin Jones, absolutely not. I will never say that that's a big splash move because Marvin Jones to me has never been more than a 3 receiver. Right, what's the biggest thing they did? Here's where my problem lies. The Rams are saying this is our year, 2021, right? It doesn't happen, so be it, but we're going all in. The Rams said with their first round draft, you know what they said? We can't do better than Matthew Stafford, so here you go. And as a matter of fact, we'll throw in our quarterback and give you another draft pick because that's how much we're going to value Matthew Stafford over our draft picks. Okay, so teams were like, or we're all sitting here standing and saying, well, the Rams just gave away their first round picks. They don't have a future, right? Well, then the Rams go and get Von Miller, right? They give a second and a third, because guess what? You are not going to find a guy in the second and third that are going to give you the production that Von Miller's going to give you, even at 80% of Von Miller. And I had something off the pass real quick, too, because I'm already hearing from Lions. This isn't about, well, the Lions won a Super Bowl. Hey, stop. No. What I'm saying, you don't have to be a Super Bowl team to take a few risks, to be bold, to really go over the top, to insulate your quarterback. And they just never did it.
But that's, as we like to say, is so on brand for the Lions. The Lions have never taken anybody with past any type of risk. It's always been safe.
Right. Did they need to be a Super Bowl team to go out and give Kareem Hunt a 2-year deal versus a one?
This is what they've done, and this is where, when fans want to sit and blame the Ford family, I'm going to say, you know what? I'll allow it. Because the Ford family, they make sure that everybody's sanitized when they come here, which is why year after year, this team is bad. It's why only you and expansion teams have never been to the Super Bowl.
smoke shop.
You don't take a chance. Yeah, will it blow up in your face? Maybe. But you know what? You do it. And this goal, even in the draft, when you tried to tell us Jermaine Crowell was just as good as Randy Moss. Yeah, they said that with a straight face. Jermaine Crowell, he's just as good as Randy Moss with a less checkered past.
Well, and it's even more than that to me. It's the fact that, Deshaun Jackson signs with the Rams, right? He's a questionable guy in the locker room just because he's a little bit of a prima donna, right? He wants to leave. For whatever reason, he wants to leave. And they're like, sure, okay, see you later. We'll release you. So then they go get another guy who's even more of a prima donna. But they're not worried about it because they are so secure in what they have in their locker room that if it doesn't work, guess what? See ya, boss. You're gone. And that's where my problem lies. They always did try to help Matthew Stafford in the NFL draft. But it was beyond that during the year. It's when they set their roster at 53. The only way that they were going to make a move, and this is just my opinion from what I've seen, is if somebody got hurt. It was never to bring in somebody that was better. Because,
you know why? I can't even understand why I'm so angry about this.
Because it's irritating.
Because they're winless. Because, no, they seem to think we're smarter and our people are going to win. Sometimes you got to realize, you know what? You're an upgrade from this person. So I'm going to look at this person because they're a better version of you. The other problem is, yes, Stafford should have done more with what was here, but you also the counterpoint, and that's what we're talking about. It's singular. It's not this or that. It's both. And look at the way other teams put pieces around, and some of these teams go over the top.
They move on the fly, is my point. They make adjustments. Look at, you mentioned John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens, right? They took Le'Veon Bell, a player nobody wanted. Nobody. And what did they do? They bring him in for the chance that he can return to the football. Freeman's been dead for 5 years. Yeah. They did. The Chiefs took a chance on him. And everybody said, they look very much now. He'll get to be somebody. He'll get Le'Veon. Look at the Chiefs.
At the next light, turn right.
Look at the offseason they had to make sure he's never happened. It's probably not going to be, but they retooled the entire line. They went out and added backs, and they added players, and you're like, well, at least they're trying. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not articulating it right to the listener, but as I sit here and watch this team, and football guy, head coach,
At the light, turn right onto Cooley Lake Road. Then turn left onto Union Lake Road.
To sit here and seeming like every 10 minutes the Rams are just throwing more help at Stafford.
Team. Always believe.
At the next light, turn left.
But the ownership really
That's not the smoke shop.
we can't go after him. He's no good. He's washed up. He's this. He's that. You're garbage. And you are telling me instead of just taking a chance on
A
somebody,
great example. They're winners. And this isn't about getting Stafford help.
Turn left. Turn left. Then turn right onto Cooley Lake Road.
Because I said, look, we're headed to the deadline, call Miami. It is clear they don't want to. It's clear their season's off the rail. We need to get a quarterback in here who has at least a chance.
Mike, we could do better than Tua.
But, and people are like,
Tua.
no, thank you. No, but my point is, did the Lions do anything at the deadline to acquire any poker chips?
Well, they were busy burying.
But that's been my whole point in this discussion, and I might not have said it right, but they've always only tried to build through the draft, and that takes years, right, Mike? Am I wrong there?
Not
the
wrong.
good teams are the ones that are still building throughout the year to
No.
get better.
No. The good teams do that. You know what the great teams do? When they see an opportunity for a player, they go after it. Think about it. Back when New England was good. Hey, Randy Moss is available? Go get him.
I was going to say even the Chiefs this year or the Patriots last year with like Josh Gordon. There's nobody with a more checkered past.
Go get
You
him.
know what they look at? They look at Josh Gordon. They say when this kid is right and he's not on the weed, and luckily the NFL got rid of that, they said this kid can help me win.
Yeah.
If we don't have people in our building to help that dude's character, then you have a bigger problem. Let me throw in the coaches are for.
The weed.
They're calling. I'm going to get those calls.
All right, 248-539-9797. And I get it. If you guys don't see it this way, it's okay. There's no wrong answer. I just, in the moment, I'm sitting here going, they don't even need Odell. And they're going, F it. Like, what did it cost them to bring him in? Nothing. What did it cost them? Oh, well, they gave up a third-round pick for Von Miller. Who cares? Von Miller, for 20 snaps a game, is going to be told, remember the old clip of Bill Cowher with Greg Lloyd? Go get the quarterback. That's it. And we sat here, and I go, give me one bold thing. And there were good years for the Lions. Don't say they were never good. That's not fair. There were years they could have done things. Never. Ever.
Because the Lions have been so sanctimonious my lifetime that they believe if you didn't have a squeaky clean pass going back to third grade gym class, they had no use.
Even look at this now. It's crazy. They, in the draft, when you talk about this boldness thing, I like Penei Sewell. I like...
Proceed to the route.
I'm not saying I don't. Both of these things can be true. But the bold move is Justin Fields...
Turn right onto Cooley Lake Road. Proceed to the route. Turn right onto Cooley Lake Road.
Stafford, never picking three again. We must take a quarterback. Oh, and I put an ultimatum on my coach and GM. We must take a quarterback. They didn't do it. They never do anything bold. They never do anything risky. So I'm sitting here now. The team's winless. They did nothing at the deadline, right? Bold, trade away whatever pieces you have. Get more picks. Didn't do it. Now, we have to go into an offseason. We have no quarterback, no pathway to one, and a franchise that seems to be allergic to a goal, which means never getting in the market to make a QB trade. So where are we getting a quarterback?
Because up until now, Brad Holmes never had anybody in management help to spell.
At the light, turn left onto Union Lake Road, then turn right onto Cooley Lake Road.
As a coach here, you never coach again. You get people who will simply say, great idea, Mrs. Ford. Love that
At the
idea,
light,
Mrs.
turn
Ford.
right onto
Let's
Cooley
go
Lake
that way,
Road,
Mrs. Ford.
then turn left onto Glade Avenue.
I was thinking, Mrs. Ford.
Just wondering. That's all. 248-539-9797. Stafford getting more help in LA. Like it's candy at this point. I don't even like Odell, but they don't need him. They got Van Jefferson, they got Robert Woods, they got Higbee, they got Cooper Kupp, they got Henderson, they got...
Turn left onto Glade Avenue, then the destination is on your left.
And you're like, you didn't need him. And they're just like, don't care. Go get him.
He was available. So let's take it.
248-539. Hey, it's all right. We got Chris Durham. We're going to be okay.
In 800 feet, the destination is on your left. 8353 Lagoon Avenue.
Waiting for the return of Jeff O'Connor.
Tony Ortiz lost 50 pounds. He did it with Ideal U Health Center. You could lose up to 40 pounds in 40 days with Ideal U. Take the health quiz at idealu.us. Then talk to them about the program. Talk to them about how you can be successful with it.
The destination is on your left. 8353 Lagoon Avenue.
200 free groceries.
Arrived at home.
Plus a free body composition analysis when you sign up today. And again, it worked for Tony. It's worked for